Robert, can you just introduce yourself, please?
All right, my name is Robert HOETTGER. I'm from Fachhochschule Dortmund, University of Applied Sciences and Arts. I've been involved in the publicly funded projects MLTHEA for Public and MLTHEA, and we created this wonderful Eclipse project called APP4MC.
Sweet. So what do you see as the greatest challenges for the project's technology area?
All right, so one of the intent of the platform is to help developers in the embedded and automotive domain to investigate different software distribution scenarios and how to effectively run your software on a specific hardware. So this is one challenge that we address with the platform, because we provide some tools that help the developers make design decisions. And there are different approaches, and they're configurable. And the outcome can then be used to tell the developer, all right, when I distribute this software to this core of the hardware, then, and the other parts of the software correspondingly, then I meet the timing constraints, affinity constraints, or whatever the constraints there are typically in the automotive domain, and then we have an efficiently running system. So APP4MC does not only provide the tools that help the developers, it also provides a standardized model that is the MLTHEA model. And this model is supposed to be an exchange format between different suppliers and OEMs, so that they do not have to distribute their source code directly, but they can, like in early phases of the project, integrate parts of different companies or suppliers and analyze the different software parts, check how the different distribution scenarios work out, and also validate like the timing constraints and all these kind of things.
So if you could fast forward 3 years, what would you imagine would be the highlights of the project?
The highlights of the project. So since we already have a small community with APP4MC, I think we have right now 5 contributors and around 10 committers. So in 3 years, we're really looking forward to have more contributors, more committers in the project. And we are really looking forward to incorporate different tools, like from the RMS2 project, the assist tooling or OSLC approaches that we're encountering. And yeah, we really want to get this community being involved in the project and contribute also new approaches regarding the software distributions that we have, and also address issues that come up with new technologies in the automotive domain, like cloud computing, connectivity aspects, and all these kind of things. Also, one thing that is quite important, I think, for future developments is heterogeneity. So right now, we just consider hardware heterogeneity. So whether you have I don't know, like 4 cores, and 2 of the cores are running with a lower frequency than the others. But there is also heterogeneity in terms of the domain. So not only comes from the control engineering domain, but also from like robotics domain or cloud computing domain. And the third thing that we should address is, in terms of heterogeneity, is the parties, because more and more suppliers get in touch with the automotive domain or the embedded system domain, and the partners are quite from diverse environments, come from diverse environments, and this is also kind of heterogeneity that can be incorporated with the platform, because as soon as you have, like, for example, user-specific views within the platform, then all these parties can like approach the software or the parts of the software that they want to develop.
You mentioned not wanting to have many islands, but instead to have one consolidated or one coherent story, and you specifically mentioned proprietary projects and products, pardon me, and other sorts of things. Do you envision existing proprietary products being open sourced and brought into your project?
Yes, exactly, because that's also an intent of the MLTHEA model, because the model is open source, and it's intended to be used by anyone in the involved domain. So we do not want to have all the different partners having their own format. And then, of course, everyone is forced to implement like importers, exporters, and so on. And this is what the MLTHEA model is for, to have a standardized exchange format. And according to future projects, of course, it would be nice to convince commercial tooling also to have open source adapters or importers, exporters, so that the community benefits from that and can also adapt those towards their specific needs.
Mm-hmm.